Hello Ginskins, it's Dougan here, and welcome to the Feast of St. Stephen. And my apologies for poor lighting, but theoretically I should have that kind of lighting above me by here. But obviously if I go show you forwards, you can see there's just a single sodium lamp by there. And if I wait for that to get to full strength, I'll probably be started on lumber grade. So what I'll do is I'll just use a bit of blue tack and just pin this to the window like so. So as a car drives past, you can hear it just go in perfect volume. As I said, welcome to the Feast of St. Stephen's, aka Boxing Day. I refuse to acknowledge it as being Boxing Day because that's a creation of the corporations for commercialisation, or profiteering, capitalism, take your pick. But suffice to say, Jim Boffey has called it. If you don't know who he is, shame on you. He's one of the chaps I was loosely affiliated with back in the good old days, back when Machinima.com was still Machinima.com, not Machinima Inc., or just Machinima, before they lost 10% of their working force, right before Christmas. And this is obviously back when we still had a forum. Yes, it was machinima.com/forums, and yes, I was a moderator. And Jim Boffey, along with a whole host of the other chaps, the amount of people that I got is too long for the list. No, it's not that long actually, I just had too much alcohol right now and I can't remember every single item of it. And there goes a car right now. This is my beard's speech. Obviously, as you can see, the beard is now back. This is what 26 days worth of growth looks like. And I perhaps intended to do this yesterday, so it would have been the beard speech on the 25th of December. But by the time we'd actually finished watching the Queen's speech and I put my reasons together what I wanted to talk about, and obviously after we opened up gifts and watched Doctor Who, it was almost midnight. So I figured I'd do this now, while it's still light-ish, and before I've had time to sober up and then go out for my evening constitutional. The Queen, as part of the speech, identified obviously sporting achievements and obviously interacting with our community and trying to bring out the better of our man. And that's obviously what I wanted to try and mirror if I could. Part of this obviously stems from, in my opinion, is that I have seen a phenomenal amount of negativity from the internet community of large of late. If I was just to narrow it down, I could, as a reference, most recently, we've obviously had the William Johnson and the whole Maker Studio shenanigans. You know, we've had Kevin Kraft manipulating and profiteering off the death of others, and we've had a whole cacophony of crap, which I can't even begin to speculate where it arises from in the COD community. Itchy nose. Most recently being obviously the flap Ilana shenanigans, and also the return of Raw Instinct, which we all know has been a whole heap of bullshit on chips, because obviously iFly started the drama about it. I won't address those topics individually. I think there's no point. I think everything that is going to be said about that will have been said about it. Instead, I'm going to propose to move forward. I think we should instead be looking towards ourselves. Okay, if we have drama we are occurring within, fair enough, we can express what's happening, okay? We should try to help our fellow men, okay? Which one obviously Daz on YouTube and obviously Droops at YouTube. I'll give you two links for that in the description so you can go say, hey, don't send me here. Those are two chaps in my mind that stick out and they are worthy of more followers, that makes sense. And I suspect obviously I'm only just clipping past Daz at the moment, but I think he's been ploughing along for such a slow, methodical pace, and he's granted obviously he's announced me as 2 winners of his Sunday challenge. I suspect I won't be able to participate in the 6th week simply because obviously I don't have a Joe the Rocketeering movie experience game on the Xbox yet, so I'm gonna tip my hat and say I will unlikely be able to participate. So whoever wins this, good job. I'll be back to beat you guys in week 7. I think what I'm trying to get to is less of a negativity. We as a large seem to embrace and feed off it and generate this negativity towards each other. It's always very selfish. Me. I'm the best. I need to get in front of everyone else. And that mentality, I think, needs to stop. Okay. So, if we can stop that, that's fantastic. You know, if we can stop the need for drama alert trending on Twitter, that's fantastic. Okay. Likewise, all the other people who seem to derive pleasure from watching this fun and games occur. I won't deny, I will sit down and actually grab a bottle of popcorn and actually just watch the shit just fly, and just watch in silent merriment. But I'd like to think I don't participate in it, so I'm not actively contributing it. I'm just watching it. Watching monkeys fling poo at each other. Yes, that's how I see you COD commentators out there as a car drives past, as you can probably hear it in the background. I see you guys behaving like monkeys flinging poo. I think that's enough of the rather crude analogy on this point. As I said, I shall link you up with two chaps I think need a bit more attention and my respect and duration. I know one chap's had to close an account and then reopen it. I myself will clock up at this point. I'm flying back to Cardiff tomorrow, and if you haven't already seen it, there is a first ever look from myself at playing Heart of the Swarm. It's a beta technically, because obviously the game's not out yet. But a nice chap who is doing a lot of beta keys will be Pewee Dude, and I'll leave you his tag in the description so you can go and watch that. I think I've bored you guys for long enough. Ciao for now. Now, obviously at this point, this is the optional extra which I can't factor in for. This is just pure ramble off the top of my head here. This will obviously be clipped out when I actually get to home and I can actually use the YouTube editor, but as part of my Christmas shenanigans I actually got a tie which actually has a light up little doodah. And I'm just wondering if obviously I can't stop it from singing now, actually. Does that count? It's actually got Santa, and he's got his reindeer, but it's got Santa with red eyes. Now, if that's not scary enough, I don't know what is, but, you know, I thought maybe Rudolph to have a red nose, but no, Santa's got red eyes. They're laser beams. Pew, pew.